light illuminates their imperfections. Hence their attempts to dull your shine. Light 'em up.
They threw dirt on my name and flowers grew right out the brown soil. My vision's clear as glass, the robe is purple satin plus the crown's royal. Allow me to give you a demonstration. Holding your breath, waiting for me to fail only brings hyperventilation. See, I'm a soldier that's ready for any situation. So me and life double dated my trials and tribulations. Won't be remembered for not speaking out. I Google map my whole approach, so I chose not to take the peaceful route. I promise I can't make this shit up. I shed a tear then used the mic stand to hold my chin up. They plot and strategize on different ways to make me give up. That's easier said than done, like a woman that's 9 months pregnant doing sit-ups. Yeah, I read the book of life, defeat was never in my story. Just brutal fights on the battlefield is bloody and gory. Showing off is a fool's idea of glory. Call me foolish, then in the clutch I make them drop like I was Robert Ory. See, in this world you gotta sink or swim. Boy, I'm a legend, when I die my presence never will be felt again. This greatness rare, but see I kept it in. Isolation in the demons, guardian angels been my only friend. I've been at war with myself in silence. Had a mental malfunction, forced to go into hiding.
I hope you're watching right now, because then you're going to understand whoever get in my way, I'm a dog walk their ass.
Yo. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Big Mike Raider. We're back in the building, man. We got some things to talk about. I'm going to let a few more people pull up. We got 45 in the building so far. Man, you guys know what to do when you pull up. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Man, we got some things to talk about. You guys already know I haven't been around for a minute. At least on the solo show. I've been on other shows. I've been on with Wasted. I've been on with Graph. But I took some time off, working on a degree, working on work, kids. You know, everything is busy in the world of Big Mike, but we got some free agency things to talk about, man. Before we talk about it, man, let me acknowledge the people that are in the building. We got 66 in the building, man. We're going to let this thing grow a little bit more, pause if necessary, but that's how we do it, man. Shout out to Anthony in the building. Thanks for popping in, bro. To Marcus Webb, my boy. Big and angry Mike Raider. What up, G? You already know the deal, man. You already know. Raider D 87. They're going 5-12, big dog. That's where we're at. Buckle up. Oh, man. I hope not, man. I hope not, man. We'll talk about it. We got VBZLA. What's your grade on our FA so far? I'll give you a little taste. Pause. Man, I'm this hasn't even been 5 minutes into this show and I already got 2 pauses. I'll give you a little sample. Incomplete. Right now, I'm gonna say that if this ended, I would give it a C minus. We need some splash moves, man, particularly at the wide receiver position, particularly at the running back position. It almost seems like we made lateral moves, right? We got rid of Robert Spillane. What he didn't get rid, he walked. He took a little bit extra money with the Patriots, $12.5 million. So he got paid. Trayvon Merritt got paid ridiculous amount. There was no way we were going to give him that amount, $17 million a year with the Panthers. But we did replace him with Jeremy Chin. And then we got a Landon Roberts with the Pittsburgh Steelers 1-year deal. You can argue and say that could possibly be a lateral move, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case. Great run stopper, but we'll talk about it, man. Right now, incomplete. If this ended right now, I would say C minus, man. Daniel Caps, the more I see running back getting signed, the more I see Genty. Yeah, Caps, you might be right, man. We're gonna do mock draft. We're gonna do mock draft at the end of this. You guys don't have me for too long. I gotta get the kids at 5:30. But yeah, it's looking like it might be Genty, especially if we don't sign a running back. That's number one need at this point. I hope we do and get a running back later on. I don't like getting running backs in the first round as good as Genty is. I think this is a deep class this year. You name it, from top to bottom, 1 through probably about 10 is formidable type of running backs that can come in, plug and play. Isaiah Randolph, what up, man? What's going on, man? We got Vinny Thomas in the building. What's up, Mike? And Raider Nation fam. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thanks for popping in. We got Yorkshire Raider. What up, Mike? Feel like it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a minute, man. And we got 113 in the building, man. You guys already know what the deal is. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Man, I'm blown away by the amount of people that are in here. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Thanks for the support. I appreciate all you guys, man. Yeah, shout out to Daniel Caps, Peyton Hurd in the building. What's going on? Let's see. Robert Hicks, salute to you, man. Thanks for popping in. We got L11 in the building. Let's see. Salute Big Mike Raider. Salute to the nation as well. Yeah, hey Anthony, bro. Yeah, I'm tripping, man. It's I gotta shake the rust off from being on a live, man. I gotta watch my mouth, man, for sure. Shout out to Rosetown Native 707. Salute to you, man. Let's see. See that CJ Mosley got released. Interesting. You know what? Let's see what CJ Mosley has to offer, man. Let's see. About to look him up. Shout out to PFF. We are gonna look up in real time CJ Mosley, what he's done last year. New York Jets linebacker, 6'2", 301 pounds, 32 years old. PFF grade 30th out of 189th, 74.7 overall grade, 110 snaps, and 13 tackles. So it looks like he was dealing with some injuries last year. But if we look at his 2023 grades, let's look at that. Might give us a better look at what we're getting from 82.9 overall grade, 11th out of all linebackers. Pass rush grade 30th, 72.9. Run defense grade 63.8. Coverage grade first out of all linebackers. This seems like a perfect fit. I'm not going to lie to you. CJ Mosley, like your life depending on you. Heard it here first. If we can keep him healthy, I know he's coming off an injury. What do you guys think about CJ Mosley, man? I think that's a good pick right there. That's a good pickup if we can get him. Injuries last year, like I said, but the last time he was healthy, he looked like he tore it up, man. I like the addition, maybe a 1-year type of deal. I would still like to draft a linebacker down the line. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that one. Shout out to Daniel Caps for that one. CJ Mosley just got released. Seems like a good addition if we can pick him up. Shout out to V Beasley LA. Why are we so cheap? You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, man. We come into this thing with the second most cap space. We have about well over $100 million. We re-signed Max Crosby, great. We save a lot of money instead of signing a Trayvon Merrick. We get a Jeremy Chin who is very comparable to him for about half the price. And I like that. But every other move, I was kind of hoping that we would kind of not be so cheap and spend some more money down the line. But you don't also, on the flip side, I see the whole idea of where you don't want to go in there day one and overpay guys. That's a problem that we've had over the years. As you guys remember with John Gruden in that era, he came out 1 year and just spent a lot of money on guys and it didn't work out. So in certain situations, man, we got to look for what fits. So to my defense of these front office moves, I'm going to say that these moves have to fit, and that's what they're going for. That's what they rather have rather than going for the big name, the big splash kind of deal. Throw in somebody that fits with what they're trying to do. That's my guess why they're being so cheap. But they've made a lot of moves. You know, it's a lot of little nickel and dime moves, but it's added depth. It seems like it'd be a good fit, and we'll talk about it. We're going to get into all the transactions up to this point so far, and hopefully we get something in real time. Shout out to Dominique 5 in the building, man. What's going on? Good to see you. It's good to see everybody here, man. We got 167 in the building, man. I appreciate you guys, whether you're on X, whether you're on YouTube, even Facebook. I'm over here live on Facebook, man. If you're over there, man, thanks for the support. It's been a while, man, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Look, I get some water, man. Yeah, water over here. Nah, it's all good. Shout out to Robert Hicks, Salute Nation. Thanks for popping in. Dre for show. 1, 2, 3 in the building, man. Salute to you. Let's see. Let's scroll on down. I'm gonna acknowledge everybody in this show, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Benny Thomas, I say try to sign Nick Chubbs on a prove it low end deal. I like it. And you know, only thing is gonna have to be like you said, low end. I want to make sure that we, you know, vet that type of move thoroughly. Let's get him a thorough physical, come in and see if that knee is holding up, that ankle, whatever is going on with him. I know he had some brutal injuries last couple years, so make sure that, you know, he's good to go and he's healthy to play football, and bring him in and see if he can be our guy that we can use in rotation. But that would be a good low end deal to bring in. It'll be kind of like a low risk, high reward type of deal. If we can get him in, that'd be I think it'd be a perfect move if we can get him in somehow. But I think we're gonna probably let that market rest a little bit and see kind of where he stands. You know, in that second wave of free agency, maybe if he's still around, because I have a feeling he will be. Shout out to Desert Raider in the building. Shout out to OJ Raider in the building. Let's see. And Space Beast kicking it off with the $2 haymaker. I like the rebrand. Big Mike told you time to level up, man. Hey, thanks for the support, man. And I hope the Raiders level up as well, man. We are seeing what we're seeing right now is a little bit lackluster, but you know, throughout the NFL right now, it's been kind of sleepy right now. So, but we did get a bit of news. CJ Mosley is a free agent. I would like the Raiders to pursue and at least see what's going on with the 32-year-old linebacker. Seems to be a good fit with us if we can make that happen. Shout out to Raiders Resistance in the building. What's going on, man? Thanks for your support, bro. Thanks for popping in. As always, man, much love to you. Hope everything is well on your end. We got Jesse Ruiz. I'm happy just bringing back Butler and Kuntz. Draft, running back, wide receiver, and linebacker. Yeah. I agree with you. Only thing, I know everybody's talking Genty at this point. I really don't want to go running back in that top number one spot, like in the first round, top 10. They say that bad teams draft running backs in the first round in today's game. Are we a bad team? Maybe you could argue and say that we are. We might as well do it anyway. We've done it before, but a top 10 pick for a running back hurts, man. I don't know. You guys let me know. Is Genty worth it? I know that he put up some monster numbers. They compare him to a Barry Sanders, a Marshall Faulk. But I don't know, man. You guys let me know. I'm all off the mark. I'm not feeling good about it if we do get him in the first round. Let me know, man. Shout out to Ben Bad, my big bro. Big Mike, Angry Raider. You already know what it is, man. I'm trying not to be as angry, though. Shout out to OJ Raider. Please bring in Mosley. I agree. Mosley should be somebody that's on our priority list for sure. As far as running linebacker goes, we need a green dot in there, and we need somebody that can cover, you know, a good cover linebacker. Like I said, in 2023, his last healthy year, he was first out of 179th linebackers in coverage grade with 90.6. That's what we need, man. Let's see what we got here, man. Space Beast, yes, the CJ classic Raider move. Yeah, it feels like a Raider move. I feel like it's going to happen, to be honest with you. Shout out to Rosetown native 707 Pete, trying to revamp that whole secondary, trying to make it more physical. We barely caused fumbles and turnovers till the end of the season. Yeah, you're right. And I do like what our safeties, where we're going with the safeties. We got big safeties now with Polamalu, probably likely going to get the start. I think he stands at about 6'4", and then we got Jeremy Chin at 6'3". Those are some big safeties and physical guys too, especially Jeremy Chin. And we already seen with what we get from Polamalu as far as physicality as well. So I like the moves. So, man, I'm with you, man. We got to cause more turnovers this coming season. Low risk, high reward with the Raiders. Other teams, high risk, low reward most of the time. Yeah, and we've tried that route before. Like I said, in 2018, I think it was 2018 when we brought in, Littleton, and we brought in Trent Brown, and all these big names that didn't necessarily work for us, not in the way that we hoped for. We were just going for names rather than what really fits what we're trying to do. And I think this time around, and we've even seen this for the last couple of years, even with Telesco last year, they went kind of the cheaper route, except for bringing in a Christian Watkins. Everybody else was kind of like, all right, we're going to be a little bit cheap, and we're going to bring in fit, and we're going to roll with that. And I think the defense was formidable enough. I still think the defense is going to be good enough next year. But we had a lot of injuries last year, so. But what do you guys think, man? That's the question of the day. Before we get out of here, let's start the conversation. Do you think the Raiders have improved this free agency? Or do you think that we're going backwards? Or do you think that we're kind of stagnant at this point? Let me know what you think. I think right now it seems a little bit like a lateral move. And when I say lateral move, meaning like, we pretty much kept it around the same. Now, green dot is going to be a big issue for us. We're going to need to bring in a guy who's going to be that true green dot. Losing Spillane is a big blow, right? Pause if necessary, but it's a big blow, and maybe bringing in a CJ Mosley does kind of fill that void that we're looking for. But besides that, it seems like a lateral move, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I would say that if we can keep injuries at bay, then this defense is going to be pretty damn good this year. I think that last year we had a pretty damn good defense on paper. We had a lot of things go wrong throughout the season. We lost Kuntz early. We're bringing him back, 1-year deal. Like I said, $12 million, and which is great, right? We're bringing back Kuntz to be our starter right across from Max Crosby. So he's coming back off of injury. Christian Watkins is coming back, right? So we got that. Yeah, we lose a Nate Hobbs, but he was always injured. And my guess is that we're going to probably throw a DeCamry Richardson in there possibly, or maybe we give Eric Stokes, a guy that we just signed from the Packers, who has also been dealing with a lot of injuries, but is a very serviceable corner and a very willing tackler. Maybe we can slide him into that nickel cornerback position, which he's played very little of, but maybe he makes like a career resurgence and pivots to that nickel corner, and maybe we can get lightning in the bottle. But besides that, I think that we are going to be all right on defense. We got Max Crosby who's holding it down. He demands of his defense high expectations, and I think that we're going to get what we're expecting from this defense, what we expected last year, and I think a continuation from what we got last year early on. And it also helps having Patrick Graham again for another year. That helps a bunch. Having a guy who's bringing continuity, our 4th year under a system. A lot of those guys are used to that, and we can build on what we were trying to do last year before the injuries happened. So let me know what you guys think, man. Are we going backwards? Are we stagnant? Or are we moving forward? Let me know what you guys think, man. That's my take on that one. Shout out to OJ Raider. This is how you build a damn team. Build through the draft and allow players who are going to be expensive test the market. They walk. We get comp picks. Great teams build through the draft. Yeah, absolutely, man. Building through the draft is how you build teams. I mean, we saw with the Commanders last year that they hit free agency pretty hard and went from being the bottom of the basement team to being in the NFC Championship, right? But that's not the only way that they built their team. They did well with free agency, but they also did well in the draft. Bringing in a franchise quarterback, drafting him, and you know, going along with that and kind of building that way. It takes a little bit of both, but mostly you want to build through the draft. And I think that we're gonna do that this coming draft, especially since we got 9 total draft picks now. We got 2 extra 6-round picks, comp picks. So maybe we take those 2 picks and maybe trade up at some point, package up with somebody else, and get some more quality picks in that situation. But we'll see. But you're absolutely right, OJ. We definitely have to build through the draft. That's how winning teams happen. That's how you build a winning team. Shout out to Paul Edgerton in the building. Salute, Big Mike. I managed the live. Hey, thanks for popping in, man. I know it's getting late out there, man. Thanks for popping in. Much love to you. And shout out to the 248 in the building, man. I'm blown away, man. I appreciate you guys. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Man, you guys know what to do. Share with your folks, man. Hey, Big Mike is back, and we're trying to make this thing grow to new levels, man. Let's make it happen. Edgar Sosa, good to see you back, Mike. We missed you. Hey, man. Hey, thanks for the support, man. I didn't know if I was coming back. I'm not gonna lie to you. Last season put a bitter taste in my mouth. Man, I'm tripping today, man. Pause if necessary, but last year really put a bitter taste. And you know, I'm still kind of skeptical about where we're going, man. I'll put it out there. I mean, you guys pretty much know if you follow me on X, I wasn't a fan of bringing in a Geno Smith. Geno Smith, to me, is a guy who had his ceiling, who has reached his ceiling in 2022 and in 2023. Last year, we saw kind of a downturn on his performance. Now, you could say, yeah, he had a bad offensive line. The OC wasn't great, and he wanted to get out of there. But I don't know how I feel about him kind of continuing where he's going to be, where he left off in 2022 and 2023. Now, when I say that, people respond, well, hey, it's better than what we had, right? I get it. It is better than what we had. But to me, it's still not good enough on offense. I need more as far as what we're trying to do on offense. Now, if we're going to roll with Geno Smith, which it looks like we're going to do, I'm staying optimistic. We need to build the trenches. We need to somehow, build that offensive line, whether it's through the draft or maybe we hit free agency. Now, there were guys that I was kind of eyeballing on who we can get in free agency, and we kind of whiffed on that one, right? There's still some quality guys out there, but a guy like Will Fries would have been a good pick. Ended up going elsewhere, but built the trenches and have a sound running game, 2 of which we haven't done much of yet. So I'm kind of, like I said earlier, it's incomplete grade right now, but if it stays to where we are right now, I'm giving free agency a C-. The defense seemed to make, like I said, a lateral move. As pretty much where we've been, hasn't really improved, but it didn't downgrade, in my opinion. But the offense needs to ascend. We need a lot more from our offense. We need to see that there's going to be improvement. We were dead last in running the ball last year. We had poor quarterback play, and I think we went from poor quarterback play to about average quarterback play, and average quarterback play and not being able to run the ball isn't going to get the job done. So that's where I feel like we're kind of missing the mark as far as Geno Smith goes. We need to build a complete team around him for this thing to work. But you guys let me know, am I off the mark with that one? How do you feel about Geno Smith? I know we didn't talk about it. I know it's a little bit old news at this point, but we didn't talk about what is going on with Geno Smith. So I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know. Shout out to Yorkshire Raider. What's your take on the Geno move? You heard it right there, man. Been bad. Cooking dinner, man. Hey, let me know what you're cooking, man. I'm coming over. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Daniel Caps, check the trend. Chin, Polamalu, and Trey Taylor are nephews of Hall of Fame safeties who knew. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're building like a little pedigree kind of, bloodline type of deal with our safeties, man. Hopefully that equates to success. I'm hoping that's the case. Shout out to J&N Galindo. What's going on, man? Let's see. Any interest in Raheem Mostert? Always love to hear your take on Raider things. I appreciate your support. Let's look into Raheem Mostert, man. To me, right off the jump, I think he's a little old. I'm not gonna lie to you. Raheem Mostert. All right. Let's see. Raheem Mostert. Let's look, because I don't want to just say he's old and that's it. No, he's 32 years old. Like I said, he's 5'10", 205, 32 years old. Let's see. Let's look into 2023. Doesn't have many stats. He didn't get a PFF grade last year. Not enough stats. In 2023, however, sixth among 58 running backs, 85.8, receiving grade 51.8, and a rushing grade second amongst running backs. Raheem Mostert at 32 years old. Age is against him in this situation. Last year he had 85 carries, 278 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. But in 2023, 209 carries, 1,012 yards, and 18 touchdowns, 4.8 yards per carry. That's somebody that you want to get a full vesting of what he can bring to the table at this point. As far as that goes, he's going to be almost in a position of where he's going to be almost a second running back. He had 18 rushing touchdowns. I'm guessing a lot of those were in the red zone. I don't know. I didn't watch the Dolphins that closely at that point, but I do know the Dolphins offense was on fire in 2023. So those numbers seem to be sort of an outlier, right? And at 32 years old, I don't expect him to even reach nearly half of those touchdowns. But I don't think it's a good fit, man. Long story short, 32 years old really scares me, man, unless he's going to play that similar role as Amir Abdullah. That's kind of how I see him. We got Ricky Two Toes in the building. Raiders, thanks for popping in, man. Thanks for the support. And we got 291 in the building. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Salute Big Mike from Andrade Strong. Salute Big Mike in the chat. Tuned in from Maui, man. Hey, enjoy it, man. Enjoy the beautiful. I'm assuming it's nice and sunny out in Maui, man, and beautiful out there. So enjoy that, man. Good for you. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the support, man. Peyton Hurd, in my opinion, this running back class is too deep. Take Genty at 6, especially when he's got so many carries already. Yeah, that scares me too. I mean, it was the same idea a couple years ago. Well, not even a couple years ago. Just historically with like Wisconsin running backs, always had this thing against Wisconsin running backs because in college they get about 30 to 40 carries a game, and their tread runs out really fast. Now, if you're hoping for a guy that can be serviceable for at least his rookie contract all the way through, you kind of want to avoid guys that are going to be high volume guys in college, because third, fourth year, they kind of run out of gas. Except for, even with Jonathan Taylor, I would say for the exception of Jonathan Taylor, but even Jonathan Taylor, he got injured after his big season that he had a few years ago. The following year, he got hurt. So, high volume carry guys really scare me. I'm not going to lie to you, man. So shout out to you, Peyton Hurd. I agree with you on that one. Isaiah Randolph, I want to trade up for Hunter still. You know what? I've been thinking about that. And it really seems like a good idea. I think that if you're going to trade up, Travis Hunter is the only guy that you trade up for. That's what I will go with. But to be honest with you, we're gonna jump. I'm gonna acknowledge some more to chat, and then we're gonna do a mock draft, and then I gotta get out of here, man. Unfortunately, I gotta get out of here in about 10 minutes. Can't stay too long, but we're gonna do a mock draft before I get out of here. Shout out to L11. I'd rather get a running back in the second or later rounds. Yeah, I agree with you, man. I agree. Shout out to Salvatore Bruno. Big Mike, shout out to you. Salute. Any free agency news? Let's bring in Asante Samuel, cornerback. Let me check out X. I don't think there has been any updates on what's going on. CJ Mosley is out there. He's just been cut by the Jets. That'll be a good pickup for us at linebacker. That's something to kind of monitor and see what's going on. That's a little bit of the news as far as that goes. Let's see. Let me see. Scrolling, I don't see anything. Nothing on the street. It's kind of dry today, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah, stay tuned on that one. And I'm sure if it does pop up, you'll hear from me, man. I'm monitoring it closely, but as of right now, no news as of right now. But we'll see. We'll see. In the next 10 minutes or so, we'll see if anything changes. Kenny Clark, we're cooking a formula. Let's effing go. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I'm hoping you're right, man. I'm going to stay positive for my squad. I want to see him succeed. OJ Raider, was Barkley worth it? Was Bijan Robinson worth it? Difference makers at a position of need. Running back is a must. This pick has to be need over BPA, in my opinion. That's a good way to look at it. I think if I heard it somewhere, and I totally agree, right? I think if you're going to go with running back, that you already have all the other pieces in line. If you're going to go with an elite type of running back, when you have a Barkley, well, he was drafted early. I don't know, man. Barkley was kind of like he was a generational type of running back. You knew from the jump at Penn State this dude was going to be special. Now you could argue, say that Genty is that guy, but people were talking about Barkley from his like sophomore year. People knew for years that he was going to be the guy when he came out. Bijan Robinson had a good year, and I think the Falcons took him high, to be honest with you. And in hindsight, maybe we should have took him. But most of the time, I don't think that it's a good idea to pick a running back. But you might be right. Genty might be that guy, and if we don't pick him, we might be regretting that in the long run. But the way it stands for me, I don't know how I feel about getting a running back this early, man. Salute Big Mike. We should sign CJ Mosley, Stephon Diggs. Diggs is somebody that would I'm a little bit afraid of it just from our history of free agency wide receivers, but it would be a good addition. It would be a splash move that we're looking for. Tyler Lockett's a little bit old, and Elijah Moore. I like that pick too. And maybe a Miles Sanders as running back and Asante Samuel at cornerback. Maybe I like Miles Sanders. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about Miles Sanders. Asante Samuel, we need another quarterback. He'll be a good starter on the other side of just maybe a rotation guy too. Who knows? Maybe he could even start. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Asante Samuel. You guys are saying Asante Samuel. Daniel Cap says we're pretty much neutral on defense. Lecky in the building. Big Mike, what's going on? Thanks for the support, man. 294 in the building. You guys know the deal. Like the thumb. Hit the sub and share with your folks. Let's see. OJ Raider says overpaying injury-prone players ain't it. I agree with you. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and then we're going to get this mock draft started, and I got to get going, man. Let's see. Steel Cage Savage. We still got $50 million in cap space. We haven't signed any offensive line help, no wide receiver, and no linebacker. That needs to be the priority. Offensive line, wide receiver, linebacker. Even look at running back. If we can bring in Nick Chubb for the cheap, I'm good with that too. Kenny Clark in the building. He says, good night, everyone. Raider worldwide nation strong, man. Hey, good night to you, man. Thanks for popping in. We got California Dave in the building. We have a lot of young corners. I'd rather see O-line or linebacker in the first round. Okay. Shout out to Raider D87 as well. Says Steel K. That's what I'm saying, bro. We ain't doing shit. We obviously ain't serious about winning this year. Crazy, man. That's rough, man. I hope that's not the case. Dre for show 123. We're not signing anyone until we finish the Geno deal. That might be the case, man. It might be the case. Martin in the building. Thanks for popping in, bro. I'm about to do you know what? Dang. Yeah, let's get this mock draft in, man. I got about 5 minutes, y'all. Thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the love and support, man. 299 in the building. I hate leaving you guys hanging like that, but you know, I gotta go get these kids, man. Let's see. Share the screen. And then let's see. You guys know what the deal is, man. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Mock draft simulator. What am I looking for? There we go. All right. Here we go, y'all. Mock draft time. Number 6. PFF, man. Let's see. I like messing with this because it kind of brings it more realistic. We're gonna put it right in the middle. Draft for needs. We'll leave it at that, and randomness. Let's do less randomness. Right there is cool. Let's enter the draft. Let's see. Do you guys want to see if we could trade up? Trade up to see if we can get I know we were talking about bringing in possibly a what's the guy's name? Travis Hunter. You guys interested in Travis Hunter? You guys let me know. Let me know. Travis Hunter, is that somebody that you guys would trade up to get? If not, man, we'll move on. Shout out to Steel Cage Savage. Maybe Spy Tech is clueless. Woo. Woo. Dominique 5 says no trades. He says at first we're not going with any trades. Let's let this thing ride. Here we go. All right. So Will Campbell off the board. T-Mac off the board. Mason Graham picked at number 3. Abdul Carter at number 2. And Travis Hunter number 1 overall. So here we go, guys. Jihad Campbell right there. Linebacker, if you guys feel that strongly about him. Trade back. I like the idea of trading back. I do like the idea of trading back. Let's see. You know what? I don't have time to do it, man. So this is looking like we might go Ashton Genty right here. He's the best available, and it fulfills a need. Shout out to Lord Buddy Bear with the $5 haymaker. I've been happy with Spy Tech. You usually have to overpay in free agency when you're 4-win team. He hasn't yet. Everyone else is frustrated. Not me. I'm happy. Hey, I'm on the fence still. I'm not going to say whether or not he's doing a good or bad job. Let's keep it rolling. I like he's getting cost-effective type of deals in, and I'm okay with this so far. So let's see. Shout out to the $5 haymaker with Lord Buddy Bear, man. I think we're gonna go Ashton Genty right here. I kind of want to get Jihad Campbell. How do you guys feel about it? Jihad Campbell right here. California Dave says Mimbu out of Mizzou. Dominique 5 says Shador Sanders. I'm gonna pass on Shador Sanders. Cam Ward is available. Oh, wait. Cam Ward is available, huh? Let's see. Quarterback. Oh, we're getting Cam Ward right here, guys. So Cam Ward right here. Dreyfus Show says get the linebacker. That's somebody I would consider in this situation in real life situations. I don't think Cam Ward's going to be available, but I'm going with Cam Ward right here, number 6 overall. Oh, I did one. You know what? I didn't even change it. Well, look, guys, we got an A- on that one. I'm running out of time, man. Oh, man. All right. So Cam Ward in the first round. What do you guys think about that one? You guys saw that there was a Jihad Campbell available. Is that possible? Could we move back and get a Jihad Campbell, get additional picks? I think I'm all right with that. We got Ashton Genty out there. That might be a possibility. You guys let me know, man. But yeah, I totally screwed the pooch on that one. Dreyfus Show, yes, get the linebacker. for us to not have upgraded offensive line already is outright travesty. I agree with you, man. I agree. Martin says unlikely Cam falls to us. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one. That wasn't very realistic. We got wasted talent in the building. Thanks for popping in, bro. Hey, I heard you you got your chubby toes out on an island somewhere, man. Hey, good for you, bro. Good for you, man. Remember, I hope you packed them circulation socks, man. I know those are very important for you, man. Hopefully all is well on your end. Keep those feet nice and circulated and everything, man. Shout out to you, bro. Oh man, but hey, man, we got 282 in the building, man. Unfortunately, I gotta get out of here, man. It's not very long. I wanted to get in a little bit later, but I got a lot of things going on at the house, and I gotta get the kids, man. Unfortunately, so I gotta end this a little bit late. I mean, a little bit early, but thanks for the 286 in the building, man. Much love to you guys. Shout out to John B. Big Mike Raider. Been a minute, man. Hope all is well, man. I'll be back, man. We're gonna be back sooner than later, man. You guys will catch me a lot more, man. But I gotta get rolling, man. Unfortunately, we gotta get up out of here, man. Let me see. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's get this thing rolling. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Your light illuminates their imperfections, hence their attempts to dull your shine. Light 'em up.
My name and flowers grew right out the brown soil. My vision's clear as glass, the robe is purple satin plus the crown's royal. Allow me to give you a demonstration. Holding your breath, waiting for me to fail only brings hyperventilation. See, I'm a soldier that's ready for any situation. So me and life double dated my trials and tribulations. Won't be remembered for not speaking out. I Google map my whole approach, so I chose not to take the peaceful route. I promise I can't make this shit up. I shed a tear, then used the mic stand to hold my chin up. They plot and strategize on different ways to make me give up. That's easier said than done, like a woman that's 9 months pregnant doing sit-ups. Yeah, I read the book of life, defeat was never in my story. Just brutal fights on the battlefield that's bloody and gory. Showing off is a fool's idea of glory. Call me foolish, stand in the clutch, I make them drop like I was Robert Ory. See, in this world you gotta sink or swim. Boy, I'm a legend, when I die my presence never will be felt again. This greatness rare, but see, I kept it in. Isolation and the demons, guardian angels been my only friend. I've been at war with myself in silence. Had a mental malfunction, forced to go into hiding.
I hope you're watching right now, because then you're going to understand whoever get in my way, I'm a dog walk their ass.